Case against a rapper accused in a outside of the Varsity will move forward.
They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
Officials confirmed one of the 3 people was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends, where a total of 6 people were. One of them, a rapper Davon Bennett, who goes by the stage name King Von.
The King Von case has been reopened in the Atlanta court system after shocking new evidence surfaces. Evidence that even links Lil Durk himself. It all begins with Von's father revealing that his son was allegedly set up by Lil Durk to prevent their 2019 Varsity case from ever reaching trial. In February 2019, King Von and Lil Durk reportedly went after a man named Alexander Witherspoon, targeting his jewelry, cash, and Jeep outside a local restaurant called the Varsity. Surveillance cameras captured nearly everything. By June 2019, during a lengthy court hearing, detectives testified that the footage showed Lil Durk firing from a moving vehicle while King Von was driving. The judge ruled that there was enough evidence to move forward, resulting in King Von's arrest.
Put your other hand on top of your head, please.
Out here?
What?
For what? Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh.
So just stay safe, we're gonna just change it.
You too, I hate it like this, partner. You ain't never give me no hard time.
Hey man, when you can't explain to your aunt, man, like it's not, we don't know what your case is. We just people to come pick you up. Right.
Shortly after, Lil Durk was arrested as well. Around this time, he releases emotional track Turn Myself In. Just a week later, both men faced bond hearings. Lil Durk was granted a $250,000 bond with strict conditions, while Von was also released on bond. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. In October 2022, Fulton County prosecutors suddenly dropped all charges against Lil Durk, stating it was in the interest of justice and within their discretion. This was because King Von had already passed away in 2020, meaning his side of the case could never go before a jury. If Von were still alive, the trial would have likely taken place in 2024. And here's the shocking part. Von's father claims that Lil Durk had Von backdoored to ensure the case never went to trial. As wild as it sounds, the new evidence seems to align with that theory.
I'm going to give you this. It's a backdoor and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm going to tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was the exact words, was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right in there.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? Yeah. I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before he died.
During an interview, DJ Academics asked Von's father directly, why would Lil Durk want King Von gone?
Why would Durk want Von?
Man, let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their cheap spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. Dude was a. He was signing the boys. He was a. Von wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that, which was interesting.
I mean, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He had a public defender."
Online investigators soon revisited the 2019 Varsity case and discovered that the entire file was sealed privately. This suggested that Lil Durk and his team may have made a confidential deal with the courts, ensuring it never reached a public trial. Things intensified when reports surfaced claiming Vaughn's father alleged that Vaughn was somehow connected to both Lil PAB's and King Vaughn's own tragic incidents.
Oh, no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches of paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Bonnie snitching with the text messages, like that's.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
But that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to, and this, that, and other. And with me saying Vaughn, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell on some words on Vaughn?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Vaughn name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated you orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
Vaughn's father is revealing this new evidence out of revenge or rumor. He claims he's speaking now because newly released police records about King Vaughn's death expose shocking details. The report even starts with statements from a nurse at the hospital who said that King Vaughn was initially brought back to life. He survived 2 surgeries, but then suddenly became startled when a nurse entered the room. Moments later, he passed away.
And Vaughn made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago. He made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said where his gun at. And he died because he went into shock. So he was making 2 surgeries. How hours later, Kayla talking about he fought the nurse. She the one told me that. His mama didn't even know that. How you knowing what's going on inside the hospital that quick?
Because she was there at the hospital.
The files also reveal that King Vaughn had bodyguards with him that night. Bodyguards reportedly paid by Lil Durk's OTF label. But when the moment came for them to protect him during the altercation, they ran away and disappeared.
His security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect. How the fuck you let him walk over and fight? You ain't even supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard, if anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here, the reason everybody in this parking lot here, because this man right here making the money and y'all his entourage. But that security guard, it's something fishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I definitely feel like it's some weird shit going on.
If that sounds suspicious to you, you're not alone. But to truly understand what happened, we have to revisit the entire police report from King Vaughn's final night, because the details are unbelievable. On November 5th, 2020, King Vaughn and his crew went to a club in Atlanta to celebrate his album release. It was supposed to be a night of success and joy, but no one knew how short-lived it would be. Growing up in the dangerous streets of O Block, Vaughn knew the risks of being outside, so he rolled deep, nearly 25 men across 8 vehicles. His manager, 100K Track, even explained how serious their security precautions were that night.
I travel with one security that moves with Vaughn, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Vaughn traveled in a proof truck. And not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Vaughn more than any security would. We're like, I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on entourage.
But as the night went on, something changed. Vaughn began acting out of character, quiet, distant, uneasy. The party wrapped up around 2:30 a.m., and everyone prepared to head back to the Airbnb. Suddenly, Vaughn changed his mind.
Everybody's mind leaving the club is that we're going to the hotel and the Airbnb, because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours, wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of. His team didn't have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete Vaughn decision.
According to the new police file, GPS data from King Vaughn's phone showed his SUV following the others toward the Airbnb until it suddenly made a U-turn and drove straight to another club, the Monaco Lounge.
So everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb, and Vaughn literally went to the venue by himself. We got a call later from people in the car, like, hey bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ was like, hey bro, we here by ourselves, like, where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that venue.
For some reason, Vaughn's team didn't know about the change until it already arrived there. When they realized all the other SUVs made U-turns and rushed to join him. Vaughn's manager noticed something strange when he got there. Vaughn wasn't his usual energetic self. He sat silently in the truck for nearly half an hour, lost in thought.
For some reason, Vaughn wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 30, 35 minutes.
Eventually, his manager climbed into the SUV to check on him. After some convincing, Vaughn agreed to go inside. But because of Monaco's club rules, the crew had to leave their firearms in the cars. Security went in first to scan the area and make sure it was safe. None of them knew that the real danger was waiting outside.
I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Vaughn. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Vaughn, bro, what's going on? Like, you know, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. We're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Vaughn's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside, make sure there's no...
Out in the parking lot sat Quando Rondo and his crew. As Vaughn's men waited for the green light to enter, one of the guards spotted Quando sitting in his car. He sprinted back to Vaughn and said, "Did you know Quando's here?"
Now, right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, he came to the car and said, "Hey, so-and-so's here." And Vaughn just jumped up like, "Oh, come on, let's go."
Vaughn reacted instantly. He jumped out of the car, storming toward Quando. His team tried to hold him back, but Vaughn pushed through. He walked around the white SUV, locked eyes with Quando Rondo, and started swinging.
He jumped out the car. By the time Vaughn jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling.
Within seconds, Quando's close friend Lil Tim jumped out of the back seat with a gun and opened fire. Vaughn was hit multiple times. His manager took a bullet to the leg. Vaughn's team fired back, hitting Lil Tim and knocking him to the ground. The chaos drew nearby off-duty and on-duty police officers, who arrived and unleashed a volley of shots into the area. Tragically, one of Vaughn's men was caught in the crossfire. Vaughn lay in the middle of the street, bleeding, with Quando still beside him. Some witnesses believe Quando tried to take Vaughn's chain before fleeing. Others think Vaughn grabbed him to shield himself.
And was he trying to take Vaughn's chain, or?
Honest truth, I don't think B-Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer, Vaughn was actually holding onto him like, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you here, like, even through getting he's that strong, like, he was literally holding him.
When the shooting finally stopped, Vaughn's friend Muwap ran into the street and shoved Quando away. Quando's team jumped into their white car and sped toward the hospital. Vaughn's team loaded him into another vehicle and followed. Despite being hit 4 times, Vaughn was still conscious, telling his friends to stay calm and assuring them he'd survive.
When he was in the car, I myself wasn't there. The gentleman that was in the car with him was panicking, and Vaughn was the one that was like, hey, calm down, slow down, chill, I'm gonna be good, just get me to the hospital. And honest truth, we all thought that the way he was carrying himself from that incident, from what I was told from the people in the car, that he would have been fine.
At the hospital, King Vaughn underwent 2 surgeries and initially pulled through. But according to reports, he suddenly passed after being startled by a nurse entering the room. Even stranger, new evidence shows Vaughn was looking around for a gun that he never had. How could anyone have known that back then?
I mean, like you said, the King Von situation, like there was absolutely no reason for Von to be rolling around with that dude. Like, there was no, especially since he had security, like, you know, someone should have jumped in. It should never even.
King
I almost feel like, but I almost feel like if all you have real security,
all of them is supposed to blast. I feel like they would have been more ready in Chicago.
Sad, man, sad. I mean, the whole King Von thing is really kind of hanging
me up,
over
bro.
Everyone right now.
That me up, bro. Because I like King Von.
News of Vaughn's passing broke instantly, flooding social media and headlines across the country. Fans were heartbroken and confused.
This made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
2 groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange of...
Everyone knew Quando Rondo and Lil Tim were involved. The world waited for their reaction. Quando finally broke his silence, giving his first emotional interview about what happened that night.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Even Lil Tim, the man accused of firing the fatal shots, eventually spoke out, defending himself and sharing his side of the story. But with the new claims from Vaughn's father, the sealed court files, and the recently released police records, one thing is clear. The truth about King Vaughn's death may be far darker and far deeper than anyone ever imagined.
Shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f him and shit like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.